Hey everybody, Manny McFly here. Wanted to do a video today on the Virginia Conceal Carry Reciprocity Agreements. On December 22nd, 2015, Democratic Attorney General Mark Herring announced that the state of Virginia would enact some common sense practices that would recall the Conceal Carry Reciprocity Agreements with 25 states. Mark Herring believes that it's his and the state police's duty to maintain the database of states with reciprocity agreements with Virginia. He stated that it is his responsibility, along with the state police, to make sure that persons with the right to conceal carry in the state of Virginia are held to Virginia's standard. Virginia has reciprocity agreements with 30 states. 25 of those states will no longer have a reciprocity agreement with the state of Virginia. Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Delaware, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. There will be 5 states that will stay the same as they meet the standard for Virginia concealed carry in West Virginia, Michigan, Oklahoma, Texas, and Utah. There will be some states that will no longer accept Virginia's concealed carry as their reciprocity agreements require a mutual agreement between the 2 states. And those states are Florida, Louisiana, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Wyoming. So you will not be able to conceal carry in those states with a Virginia concealed carry permit because those states require a mutual agreement in order for that to work. So be careful. For the most part, I would just avoid anything Virginia until this gets resolved. To add some commentary to this story, I'm going to start with what's going on in this country right now around gun control. We have a president who's coming up on his final year and has failed time and time again with enacting gun control. There have been stories written that explain that this is something that bothers him, not being able to move anything forward, losing every time he's attempted. This is going to be his final year, his final push to get something through. With that in mind, you have to understand he's going to pull all the stops. He's not going to give up. There's been reports that Obama has been consulting the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, Michael Bloomberg, and other anti-gun groups and persons on what he can and should do to stop guns, to slow us down, to outlaw firearms, to dismantle the Second Amendment. In a perfect world, the Second Amendment would be the law of the land. It would be untouched and it would be unlimited, as I am sure it was originally intended to be. But I have to be realistic. We live in a world of bureaucracy, so what we have to do is we have to work with what we have. We have this gift, the Second Amendment, and it is under attack. And a lot of us are aware and doing things to move it forward, but there are a lot of gaps in the coverage, and Virginia is one of them. Obama has contacted governors across this country and has consulted with them on pressing for executive action at the state level and suggestion at the state level, much like when he consulted with the ATF on banning the ammo and banning trusts. He's done it in Connecticut. He's doing it in Virginia. I believe in my heart that Obama contacted Virginia's Democratic governor, and the governor contacted the Attorney General and said, what can we do about this? What can we do to slow these people down? And they came up with a way to do so, to send a shot at gun owners. And they used the reciprocity law in the state of Virginia, which does mention that the state police is to maintain the standard. And the state police is to consult with the Attorney General's office. So this is a law. So they're allowed to do this. The problem is, where is it coming from? Are they genuinely doing a cleanup? They're genuinely doing service work to the reciprocity agreements with different states? Or is this just an attack on the Second Amendment? And the timing tells me that this is purely an attack on the Second Amendment. But under the law, there's nothing protecting you. And if this upsets you and you're from Virginia, it's your fault. This is what happens when gun owners don't vote. Why does Virginia have a Democratic governor elected in 2013? Why does Virginia have a Democratic attorney general elected in 2013? Won his election by less than 200 votes. How is this possible in the state of Virginia? It doesn't make any sense. What can you do? There's a group of people in Virginia looking to start up a recall vote on the Attorney General. This can send a message. The Second Amendment is absolute in the state of Virginia. So what you need to do is you need to get on Twitter and you need to follow the Virginia House. You need to tweet. You need to write letters. You need to make phone calls. And you need to support the legislation that they are going to come out with next year. This is a huge annoyance, but it's also a sign of things to come to the state of Virginia and the rest of the country if gun owners do not speak up. We have all of these gun channels, these big gun channels, people subscribing to them for gun entertainment, and we're liking this stuff and it's great, but it won't matter if we can't buy guns. Share this video. Comment on this video. Talk about this video with friends and family. Spread the word. Do not let Virginia's mistake affect the rest of the country. Let the residents and gun owners of Virginia understand and know that you support them and that their mistake can be corrected in the future if we all work together. Thank you for watching.